I hope all is well in your corner of the world. Man, we're going to continue diving into some Lupe Fiasco. Really excited about this cat, man. This is a Chicago cat, and I kind of missed his prime, I feel, because I was so fed up with hip hop. I moved to some blues and jazz years ago, and I heard some of his commercial hits like the kick, push, coast. And I was like, ooh, he's sick with it. He's from Chicago as well, West Side. So it's like, man, shout out Lupe Fiasco, but I didn't realize, I knew he was an intellectual, but I didn't realize that he went as deep. We broke down his song Murals, and we're getting more into his catalog. So if you're a fan of Lupe Fiasco, make sure to kick me a few comments. Let me know what are some of his more lyrically dense songs. We got Bitch Bad, which a lot of people have recommended in the comment section. Someone specifically said I need to check this one out. Not really what I would expect from him, right? Rapping about some bad bitches. Somebody who's an intellectual, but, it could be some, something like, what's his name? And she came with the same type game, the type of girl giving out the fake cell phone and name. Big fame. She like cats with big things. Jewel chips, Jewel chips money clip, flip phone to 6 range, right? That's that Miss Fat Booty, most deaf. So it could be something like that. So it might not be as disrespectful as it sounds. And I just realized that I don't have my glasses and this is a lyric video. So, man, hopefully the lyrics are on point. I'm so tired of these lyric videos, and they just seems like they're guessing and throwing a dart on the wall. Like, oh, yeah, that's what he said. It's like, come on, bro. Throwing out the whole vibe here. Let's get into it. Bitch bad, right? Let's go. Bitch bad. Video made by Quick Lyrics HD.
I say, bitch bad, woman good, lady better.
Okay.
Hey.
So be respectful kind of deal.
Hey.
Lady better, huh?
Now imagine as a shorty, maybe 5, maybe 4. Riding around with his mama listening to the radio.
What did you write the lyrics out, motherfucker?
Shorty, maybe 5, maybe 4. Riding around with
you write like a hood rap, bro.
his mama listening to the radio, and a song comes on, and I'm not far from being born. Doesn't know the difference between right and wrong.
All right. See, that's the sign of a good writer, right? He could have easily said the kid is young, but what did he say? He's not far from being born, right? It's just a more eloquent way of saying something that paints a picture. You'll see that Black Thought does that a lot. You could say something. What did he say in that Black Dot freestyle? He said, talking about old photographs, a sepia tone, right? And it makes you think of this old discolored photograph that your grandma or grandpa might have. But also, he could have just said it in a different way. Shut off my notifications so I don't get somebody trying to find out if my car warranty is expired yet or whatever the hell the new scam of the day is. Here, let's run it back.
Around with his mama listening to the radio, and a song comes on, and I'm not far from being born. Doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. Now, I ain't trying to make it too complex, but let's just say shorty has an undeveloped context about the perception of women these days. His mama sings along, and this what she says. Cause I'm a bad bitch, and I'm bad bitch. Sentence, far above average. And there be other rhyming words like cabbage and savage,
Treated.
baby carriage, and other things that match it. Couple of things that happening here. First, he's relating the word bitch with his mama, comma. And
very
because
true.
She's relating to herself, his most important source of health and mental health. He may skew respect for dishonor. So, bitch bad. Woman good.
Okay, I understand. I think I see where he's going with this, right? He said undeveloped, I believe it's undeveloped, even though it said underdeveloped, right? Like an undeveloped context, right? He doesn't understand the difference between a bad bitch, like, man, that bitch bad, bro. Or like a bad bitch holding down the fort, doing everything right. And a stupid ass bitch, right? Oh, dumb ass bitch. Oh, hoe ass bitch. Oh, two left foot, short left titty ass bitch, right? Oh, melted face ass bitch, right? He doesn't know the difference between the ass bitch and the intellectual ass bitch that's holding down the fort. So his perspective is wrong. His context is wrong, right? Context is everything, as we know from breaking down these different in-depth videos, right? And that it's not always what you think. This is actually a prime example, right? I see something and I'm thinking he's talking about bad bitches, and I'm like, what's his vibe? And it looks like this is the complete opposite of what we would have expected. Don't judge a book by its cover, right?
Respect for dishonor. Bitch bad, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood. Tell them, bitch bad, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood. They misunderstood.
Where's he going with this, though?
Now, imagine a group of little girls 9 through 12 on the internet watching videos, listening to songs by themselves. Doesn't really matter if they have parental clearance. They understand the internet better than their parents.
Facts.
The internet, the content's probably uncensored. They're young, so they're malleable and probably unmentored. A complicated combination, maybe with no relevance into their intelligence meets their favorite singer's preference. Bad bitches, bad bitches. That's all I want and all I like in life is bad bitches, bad bitches. Now let's say that
so he's saying their influence.
And more with the video girl acquiescing to his whims. The plot thickens. High heels, long hair, fat booty, slim.
Oh, he did reference fat booty.
Check. I'm not tripping. They don't see a paid actress, just what makes a bad bitch. Bitch bad.
All right, so he's talking about the influence or the how we're perpetuating these stereotypes of women in music and probably art in general, right? Because one can argue that we do the same in television. So I get what he's saying, but I do think that we should take it a step further. Because what I've seen a lot growing up in the inner city of Chicago, especially on the west side, you're outside and you're watching some kids and they're like, hey Joe, hey, we at Shishi Mama house. Hey, where she stay by, bro? Hey, she up north by John crib. All right, bro. And it's like, we have to let our kids know as well. They might not know what speaking in a more urban way, right? They might not understand that the slang is not something they can use in school and not something they could use in the workplace. And I feel like not everybody can say that, right? Because you get the white dude that says that from HR, boom, you got a lawsuit coming. But it kind of requires pulling someone aside, like, hey Joe, hey man, we can't talk like that here, bro. They on us, bro. But you got to come back and be like, hi, yeah, blah 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 blah. So you got to know how to carry yourselves, and it's not being fake. It's just understanding the way that the world works and putting your best foot forward, right? I've been able to secure really earning a good living and building a good life for my family and I, but you have to present yourself a certain way at work. And when our kids just hear us in these streets, we have to break that cycle. And I get what you guys are saying, like, yo, pick a struggle, right? We're talking about calling bitches bad, but I'm just saying our language in general, our kids are soaking it up. They present that when they're in the workforce, right? Who's seen that meme about there's just this thick ass black chick and she's at the Xerox machine and she's just got some like little shorts on, titties all out, she's all sloppy body, she look like a bag of water, you know what I'm saying, a bag of mashed potatoes, and she just got her nails all dead and she's just at the Xerox machine getting down, and it's like, damn, Keisha really something about Casual Friday. And it's funny, ha ha ha, but it's also like, does she get the joke? Because she might be like, motherfucker, you can't tell me I can't do my nails. You racist at a motherfucker. And you got to make sure that we understand the difference and how, there's just, it's a thin line that we ride. And it's something that people like myself and others that have made our way into the professional world have to be able to pull people aside and show them the right way. Because I'm telling you, I hear it all the time. And sometimes because of diversity, equity, and inclusion, we have people that will enter into positions, but they never go more than a business development rep or a customer service rep or some telemarketer, and they wonder why. And it's because you have to position yourself and present yourself to the world a certain type of way. It's unfortunate that we have to do that. But that's probably a bigger conversation.
Hey, actress, just what makes a bad bitch. Bitch bad, woman good.
I like this. So.
Lady better, hate misunderstood. I say, bitch bad.
That's his whole chorus, though. Huh? All right, where's he going with this?
Disclaimer. This Raymer, Lupe's, not using bitch as a lesson, but as a psychological weapon to set in your mind and really mess with your conceptions, discretions, reflections. It's clever misdirection, cuz while I was rapping, they was growing up fast. Nobody stepped in to ever slow them up. Gasp, showing up in this little world. The little boy meets one of those little girls, and he thinks she a bad bitch, and she thinks she a bad bitch. He thinks disrespectfully, she thinks of that sexually. She got the
he's going with the way society objectifies women, right, and young girls. They're normally portrayed as objects, right? Their desirability, if you would, depends on their physical appearance and their sexuality, right? That we create the stereotypical woman who's pretty, thin, thick, but she also needs to be voiceless and passive, right? So it's not just music, and it's not just this kid's interpretation of music, but there's an entire industry that show women and girls in not just stereotypical, but very limited roles, right? They're not, attorneys or professors or doctors, but they're normally these like hypersexualized roles. They're very sensual attire, or nude hip hop chicks, right? I kind of wish that I could watch the video for this, because I'm sure there's a bigger lesson in this. I bet you he's got some bad bitches dancing and whatnot. But there's always some copyright issues with Lupe, so we'll have to let it ride with the lyric video. It seems to be on point thus far.
The little boy meets one of those little girls, and he thinks she a bad bitch, and she thinks she a bad bitch. He thinks disrespectfully, she thinks of that sexually. She got the wrong idea. He don't wanna fuck her. He thinks she bad at being a bitch, like his mother. Mama never dressed like that. Come out the house, hot mess like that. Titties, breasts like that. All out to impress like that, just like that. You see the fruit of the confusion.
It's easy to
confuse. Reality, she caught it an illusion. Bad mean good to her. She really nice and smart, but bad mean bad to him. Bitch don't play.
Yeah, he's never gonna know.
Still bad to her if you say it the wrong way, but she thinks she a bitch. What a double entendre. Bitch bad.
That's good. It also sounds like he was starting to get to. He said out of context. It almost seemed like he was going to start talking about the prefrontal cortex, right? Now that's the prefrontal cortex is an area of your head that performs reasoning, planning, judgment, but also impulse control. Now, these are the things that are necessary for being an adult, right? So I think one of the things that we need to address in this too is like, without a fully developed prefrontal cortex, or one that's developing around the wrong ideas, you also have a teen or a young adult who's going to can possibly make, or is more likely to make, poor decisions, right? Or really decipher whether or not a situation is safe or a relationship is healthy. So there's a lot that goes into this. Man, I'm starting to just get more of a respect for Lupe, because this is such a simple song, right? It's got a little catchy lyric, bitch bad, woman good. But what he's putting out into the universe for people that want to look at this is, hey, there's a problem here. And there's not many people in hip hop that will do that. We see that with like Jesus Walks with Kanye. And we see certain different artists approach things differently. But this is it's great. It's smart, but it's subtle enough to get to the masses.
Woman good, lady better, hate misunderstood. I say, bitch bad, woman good, lady better, hate misunderstood.
Is there another verse? I don't think so. Let's let it ride, see if he says anything. Who's singing it out? Is that Lupe? Nah, that ain't Lupe.
You're misunderstood. I'm killing these bitches. Bitch brain, woman good. Later better. Greatest motherhood.
Greatest motherhood. Yeah, like what did John Mayer and different artists have approached this about the way that we treat our daughters really determines the way that they accept to be treated as women. So it's definitely something that we need to address. I'm sure it's so much bigger than this one song. That's really it. What is this? 10 years ago now? I can't believe I'm just now hearing this. But really excited. That just means that we got a lot of good Lupe songs to get into. If you guys are fans of Lupe Fiasco, you're fans of good hip hop and intellectual breakdowns, man, show some love. We're trying to grow the channel. We're already over 1,000 subscribers. We got there relatively quick. But show some love. Like the video, share it on your Reddit platforms or whatnot. And send me some comments. Let me know, especially with Lupe, what are his, we did murals. Somebody recommended that. It was like a 2-hour video. We have a folder now that's all Lupe songs, but we have a folder for Aesop Rock. We got a folder for Toby Wigway, Marlon Craft, Black Thought, and we're going down the line. So send the shots. We just got into MF Doom. So we're getting into real hip hop, and I hope you guys are along for the ride.